this is what I've made. I've made 2 journals from that lovely mystery kit that I've got from Willow Bound Journals. Junie Desiree, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, is doing such a beautiful thing at the moment. She is trying to raise some funds for a charity called Beyond Blue, and as of making this video right now, she is $90 off her goal, which was to sell mystery packs. I think 100 mystery packs at $10 each, Australian dollars, and she's currently just over $910. How wonderful is that? Such an inspiring young woman, and I love to see that, I really do. So I purchased one of her mystery packs and gave myself the little challenge to make a journal with what I got. You don't know what you're going to get, so it's a bit like potluck, I guess. And these are the 2 journals I made, and I felt like the actual mystery pack had like very childlike fun elements and then some more vintage elements. So I decided to make 2 journals, and I absolutely love that picture. It's from a vintage children's storybook by the look of it, and I've used that as my cover. And these junk journals are actually for my own personal use. I'll put a little photo in here. I'm just about finished. I think I've got 1 page left in my current journal. So I desperately needed to make myself another one. And these are things that I actually just put near my computer and scribble and write notes down and everything like that. So let's quickly go through these. There's just a pocket there, and you'll see all the lovely papers. The actual cover of this was made from some of the magazine pages. I just put them together. It was a good way of using them. I've decoupaged using the lovely napkins, and I've decoupaged a button there as well. I've done some fun sewing, and I've got some flips. I find that with the journals that I use near the computer, I never decorate them once I'm using them. You know, I put a lot of things in them. I collect things. I write on scraps of paper and stuff it in. So I know I want tuck spots. I know I want paper to write on. So I put that little paper there. I've just made a belly band to put that on there. Little tabs, because I can put something important that I might go back to quite frequently on that page. So I've got a little tab there. I've used some of the decorative paper as journal paper on that side. I tried not to use much of my own things at all. I used a couple of punches. I used my sewing machine. And what else did I use? A bit of ink for the other journal. That's just like that. Glue, obviously. White paper. I use... In my junk journals, I need to have room to draw and to write. So I did put some plain paper in here and some coffee-dyed paper in the other one. I used that washi tape came with the mystery pack, but I did use a bit of my own washi tape, only in a couple of places though. So, but pretty much, you know, everything is made with the kit. I made a bit of a mess there, but I'm not worried about that because, like I said, this is just for my scribbling down. And boy, do I scribble. So it was fun. There was all these little plastic beads in there, so I just made some fun paper clips and some sequins and stars left over. So I used the bag that they came in and made another little bag to put in there. It's just a bit of fun. I covered the jigsaw pieces with some decoupage napkin. This lovely old vintage book. I love the colours of that. So I've lost part of my flower already. Well, it doesn't matter. I must have knocked it or something. There's some more of that paper on the inside. I can use all that. And that's a pocket in there also. Just a bit of whitewash over that flower, more decoupage on the hearts there. Love the Peter Rabbit page. Oh, I don't think it, I'm not sure. Yes, Benjamin Bunny, Peter Rabbit. Wasn't quite in mind. That's the lovely postcard. I think this is Junie's artwork. And her, I think it's Etsy shop, is Willowbound Journals. And I've just got the scripture verse in there, little tuck spot on the corner there, on there as well. That's just a photocopy that was in the pack. What is that? Might have been there. I only just noticed that. It's actually part of the picture. Oh, I didn't notice. Huh, I thought it was one of my threads. See, because that looks exactly the same. So another little tuck spot on the corner there, and one on that side too. Tuck spot in there. Like I said, I need tuck spots. I need paper to write on. Some fun little boxes. Just because, you know, you might like bullet journal at some stage, or make points or lists or something, so that's fine with me. More of that lovely book, just a little tuck spot and some more of the paper that I can use in there. Oops, that came through, didn't realize that. The fun shoe fabric, I cut it all out and put it on that page there. And lastly, my wonderful dog. Isn't it fabulous? Just really needed a flower hat, so I've used that pretty paper to make a nice decoration on his hat there. So that is that journal, and I just decoupaged down the spine just to, you know, protect those threads on that side. So that's one journal, and then this is the other one, which is a more vintage, but it's eclectic vintage. I've got the music paper, the ruffled fabric, the sari silk flowers. So a bit of decoupage on that cover. I've just got a button here, and that just goes around like that, but plenty of length to, if when it gets bigger, to because they do get big, loosen it up and make it bigger. I absolutely love that napkin. I love it. It's beautiful. And these fun little pop-out die cut things were, I really enjoyed using those as well. As I said, this is coffee dyed paper. That's just an envelope I used with that lovely children's book page. Love that. I'm not really a cutesy person, but I love the vintage look of that. I think it's really beautiful. So I didn't want to, I wanted to keep it as an envelope or something, just some little things. Everything's backed with coffee dyed or tea dyed. Coffee dyed in this instance paper. There's another one of those cutouts. Just a bit of fun there. That lovely page and colouring page and tag and playing card. Isn't that pretty? I back that one as well. And a tag that was in the kit. Another little playing card there that's been backed as well. And a nice, this is a decoupage pocket. More decoupage. Just a paper clip in case I need it. I left Mother Goose, and I put that in the middle so it can still be read, and it's really lovely, and I love that. Oh, I love that. Look at the colour. Oh, I'd like to do journaling just that colour. I think it's just beautiful. And that was one of the napkins. And plenty of room to write on these pages as well. That can be a tuck spot in there. I haven't filled every tuck spot because I need them in case I want to tuck things in them. Fun little candy bag. More of those punch outs. And this fun card, look at that, isn't that? I think I saw one on somebody else's video. Could have been Wendy's at some stage, but then I haven't seen those in real life before. Love this little image of the piano. It's cute. In the centre there I left, because I know it's going to get so full, I didn't want you know, crammed up in here because I know it will get so full. But I did make a pocket. That's just a blank piece of paper in there. I made that using some of the pages that came, and then I decoupaged some book pages on them, so that will be very useful. Another tag there, envelope, and I've just popped a little bit of paper in there. Just a tag in the brown paper bag, which had some of the bits and things in it. There was a few flowers. I have resisted the urge to put a middle part on every flower because it just bulks it up, doesn't it? So I've left them, and I'm quite happy with that. There's another one of those lovely children's pages. Had a bit of fun with my sewing machine because she was skipping. Just a journal card there. And that one was a bit deep, so I put a bit of the doily at the top there. I thought this was funny. I was putting these punch outs here, and they're like posters, and then on this this dictionary page it says bill poster. I don't know if they were sent intentionally, but I circled it anyway because it was a coincidence, wasn't it? So, and some more decoupage. I just inked the purple flower up a little bit. Actually, I think, did I? Yeah, and I turned it upside down so it wasn't too bright for this particular journal. Really pretty. A lovely decoupage envelope there with some paper in it. I love these little stamps. They're just from a magazine, but they're quite effective to use. Another nursery rhyme in the centre there. Pocket there with some more journaling space, and you can put something behind that as well. Another card on the front. It's just a little tuck spot there, and this is just a writing spot just from the scraps, so I made a little booklet out of that. I like this little silhouette. Oh, I like that a lot. And like I said, I'm not a cutesy person, but I do like that. I think it's so cute. Oh, I used some of my threads from all the sewing as well on the bird down here. And the bird, where did the bird come from? Oh, it came from some note paper. There was some note paper in the pack, and I just cut one of the birds out. And that's just a journal card there using up some of the scraps, and that's a tuck spot that you don't go like that, but you just bend it up and it'll stay there no problem. That's some of the fabric. I used the fabric both ways. I used it, that's the right size and that's the wrong side, and it worked really well like that. So it was like using two fabrics. And that's that. And the end page there. That's a little tuck spot there as well if I want it to be. Just a couple of tags, and they're like coffee dyed on that end as well. Another one of these punch outs, and that's the end. And I've just attached that with a button on the end, and there was also this little charm in the pack, and I've attached it to the closure there. And I did have a lot of fun making both of these journals. It was nice to challenge myself to use the pack and barely anything else. And this is the stuff I have left. I don't have that's the note paper I'm talking. See, I cut the bird out. I don't have huge amounts, but I still have plenty left. But I had to sort of say to myself, well, that's enough because I need to get on with other things now. I could have kept going. I mean, there's probably enough in here to make another journal. Maybe I will at some stage. Oh, and Junie's artwork down the bottom there as well. These are actually, she has painted these. I think they're painted, and then she's printed them and puts them in the kits. I think some people use them as covers and part of the kit as well. So I'm not sure what I might make another journal and use it in the next journal. But there we go. I will put the link to Willowbound Journals and to Junie's channel in the description box below. These mystery packs, like I said, they are $10, and they're helping her reach her goal of $1,000, raising it for a very worthwhile cause. Beyond Blue is all about helping people with depression. So very worthwhile cause, I would say. So thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you, Junie, for doing such a lovely thing by helping this charity. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.